Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Phoenix Suns. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sideline. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Phoenix, off to a great start this season, currently in second. And, of course, the Jazz, quite a few spots down the ladder right now. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Tyus Jones out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Royce O'Neal. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Beal in at the 3 spot. And for Utah, the guard pair, it's George and Sexton. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Williams. And it's Kessler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Richard, these teams both look to impose their will on the backboard.
Kevin, that battle inside is not for the faint of heart. A little furniture moving inside, if you know what I mean. That's just part of it.
Now, here is George. Outside, Sexton. Outside, Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Kessler finds Markkanen. His 3-pointers off the mark. Now here's Jones. Outside, O'Neal. Jones with the screen on Williams. Here's O'Neal. No good with the layup. And with this core of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for it.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. It can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. The drive by Booker. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Whether it's off the dribble or on the catch, it don't matter. Booker is one of the most proficient mid-range shooters.
Outside, Markkanen. Kessler setting the pick for Markkanen. Back to Sexton. Markkanen sets the pick for Sexton. And the Jazz, another 3.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Booker against Williams. Nurkic setting the pick for Jones. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. O'Neal against George. Pass to Sexton. Now Kessler. And here's George. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Wants to get it to Kessler and does. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. John Collins, he's checked in for Utah. We should take this chance now to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and run down the top free throw shooters. Number 5 is John Collins.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Booker outside. Fires the 3. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And here's a look at some numbers for Devin Booker.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And the Suns making a change here. Dunn's checked in. .136 left in the first. Here's Beal. Misses off the right eye. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, Lauri Markkanen had said all along he was content to stay in Utah. And after signing a contract extension, he remains with the Jazz. He turns 28 in May, so he's just entering his prime. There's plenty of runway left if the Jazz think he can guide them back to the playoff mix, and with the timing of when Markkanen signed his extension, he is not trade eligible during this season.
Johns, we really appreciate the update. We know how detailed you are. Thanks so much. George passes to Markkanen. Markkanen, a screen on Beal. Here's Sexton, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Eubanks, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. Williams comes in for Markkanen, and it's Clarkson in for Keontae George. Jazz leading by 3. Here's the floater. In deep, Sexton drops it in. Sexton's got 7 points in the game.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
And here is Beal. Driving in. Bank shot. No good.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Jazz. They're up by 5. From the Delta Center, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Suns trail by 5. We've got Williams. John Collins is out there with Drew Eubanks. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Preston in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Clarkson outside. Off target from three-point range. It's Allen on the wing. He's covered by Clarkson. Allen kicks to Dunn. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Here's Booker following the three-pointer by Utah. Booker taking the hit.
Just bouncing off of contact. Booker putting in work in that weight room.
Utah leading by 4 and coming in as a 4-spacing 2-guard. How impressive is it, RJ, that Devin Booker is holding down the point?
And it's not just the rate of assists. He's limiting his turnovers in great fashion, too, despite his high usage.
Now here's Williams. Plumlee with the steal. Allen surveying the D. And he banks in the layup. Allen's got his first basket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round one.
Whoever wins here immediately gets the edge in the season series, so I expect to see both teams with intensity.
And Phoenix making a change here. Nurkic checked in for Plumlee. Royce O'Neal comes in for Dunn. Bradley Beal's checked in for Josh Okogie. And Jones subbed in for Allen. Now, here's Collins. Still without a basket. Shot clock at 5. Back to Sexton. They get it again. Markkanen off on the layup. The Suns trailing. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sake, good luck trying to stop them now.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And as disappointing as the Suns' first-round exit was last year, RJ, this team, I think, still has a window open. How about you?
Yeah, Kevin, I've often said it takes teams a second year. That first year is really the adjustment period for star players. The Suns core group had some growing pains in that first season, but look, this year, I think this is the year we're going to see the best version of the Phoenix Suns. Generating offense through his defense. Beal, love seeing him take over like this.
Utah has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Right side, Sexton. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. The Jazz again can't hit it. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against San Antonio. Rebound, Utah. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Back to Sexton. Collins setting the big for Sexton. Hands it from downtown. Sexton's got 10 points.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
No good from Booker.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Jazz lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Bud, what are you looking to clean up in the second half?
I don't think our offense is really moving the way we wanted to, getting up and down the court in pace. And, we got to make a few more open shots, but I think we can be a lot better offensively.
We've seen that from your team, Coach. I'm sure it'll show up. Thanks. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everybody. No lack of drama tonight. The Utah Jazz might be taking this one all the way down to the wire.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Kings matchup, although they appear to be the better team, they can't get caught up thinking that. That's when you let your guard down.
And in this league, Jet, it seems like upsets happen every week. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Collin Sexton.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 1. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Royce O'Neal is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the center.
And that's one of the things Nurkic does so well. Absorb contact and still be in control.
RJ, no matter what the situation, Nurkic is a monster on the glass, isn't he?
He had 31 rebounds in 2024. You never see that anymore.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the three of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. Here's O'Neal. Following the basket by Colin Sexton. Booker going to work inside.
People first think of Booker as an outside shooter, but he does a lot of his work in the lane.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. You look at Kessler, a great player, second in the league.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
And this is a dependable group of low-post scorers. They have incredible touch from close range.
And there it is for him. George has got his first 2 points.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Outside, Beal. And Booker kicks to O'Neal. This one for 3. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game. Utah trailing here. George finds Kessler. Outside, Sexton. Pass to George. Here's the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And a great move from Beal as he gets it to go. And now a 3-point Suns lead.
Outstanding ball handling by Beal, just carving up the D.
Williams with the ball. Pass to Sexton. And he makes good on the layup. Sexton's got 14 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Jones, no luck. Jazz have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pass to Sexton. Knocks down the 3-ball. Sexton's got 7 points for the quarter.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Now, here is O'Neal. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now, Kessler. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. The Jazz working the ball around now. The shot by Sexton, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Booker kicks to O'Neal. On the wing, Jones. And finished off by Nurkic.
It's the sheer size of Nurkic. It's his girth. It is so tough to contend with.
Outside, Markkanen. That shot missing. Tie game in Utah. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Just relax. We're in good shape. Keep looking for each other. Keep cutting hard. Everybody look. Take care of our defense. More pressure. More activity.
That's Coach Mike Budenholzer running through the gambit of areas where he feels they need to excel.
Yeah, I mean, and most of all, Coach is asking them to be 100% engaged. Give it your all, and then let the chips fall where they may.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Drew Eubanks. Mills out there with Clarkson. Then it's John Collins. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. And the first one at the line is good. Gregg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
Dunn outside. Allen with the screen for Dunn. Pass to Okogie. 5 on the clock.
That's his first personal foul. Goes team foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
First free throw is good. And Utah making a change here. Collier's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Jazz shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Pass to Collins. And the layup is good. And the Jazz lead by 1.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Allen against Clarkson. Here's Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. On offense, Devin Booker really does it all for his team. He scores well and assists others. Richard, he can do it all.
You love to see that from a superstar. Booker just wants points on the board. And if he can't get a shot, he'll get a look for someone else.
Free throw good, Booker.
When Devin Booker steps on the court, you almost expect 30 or 40-point nights. Booker is that talented.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Nurkic checked in for Plumlee. Royce O'Neal comes in for Dunn. Beal's checked in for Josh Okogie. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Allen. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Nurkic following the bucket by the Jazz. O'Neal dishes to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot goes in.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now, here's George. And he lobs it up. And Kessler throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Jones against George. Jones kicks to Beal. They double-team Beal. And here's Booker from the arc. Devin Booker, 3 right down the hatch.
Check out Booker rising to meet the challenge. He wants so badly to deliver for his team.
George against Booker. George, no good. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. The lead is 2. Tries it from 9. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And we've kind of come to expect this performance from Booker every night. His scoring is just that consistent.
Jazz have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Pass to Markkanen. Back to George. Markkanen is screen on Jones. And here's George for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Steps back. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
They've been hitting consistently from mid-range all game. It's been a big part of their offensive production in this one.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
George passes to Kessler. Markkanen with it. 3-pointer. That one doesn't go. Pass to Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Here's Sexton. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
Get loud once again for him.
12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's money from deep.
And you can trust an efficient shooter like Markkanen in the clutch. He's going to get a good look.
Second team foul.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
And if they go on to win this, they can look back at that free throw as the pivotal moment.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Booker looking around. Here's Jones. Nurkic dishes to Booker. Over Sexton. Got it! So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to...
Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. So long.